Man, I like that album. I like that album a lot. Yeah, I said about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and that was about an hour and a half. Pounces in. You don't pounce in. Don't pounce me, Tigger. Anyway, last we left off, Eric snapped and shot Q. Just in case you forgot. Anyway. I think this is the bio lab, isn't it? Yep, here we go. Yeah, here we go, bio lab.
Huh? Why?
Nope. It won't even budge.
Ah! The hell is that?
Formaldehyde solution with...
A pig.
It's okay, Mira. I'm right here with you.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's a good
we're
reaction
in the
for her.
bio lab, right?
It really
So
is.
there's a bunch of biological research here.
Jeez, this place is really creepy. Why is something like this in a bomb shelter?
Maybe the builders thought to be prepared for some kind of pandemic.
Pandemic?
An infectious disease that hits on a global scale. It's like a sudden deadly virus outbreak.
Maybe this place is an isolated location for researching all kinds of viruses like that.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe Zero put it here in order to do something to us.
Like what?
Like maybe taking the ingredients and cooking all of us a nice meal.
Ugh.
But isn't it too early for dinner?
It's been 4.5 hours since we fell asleep in the lounge.
4.5 hours. They knocked us out for quite a
that
while.
number keeps coming up, doesn't it?
No, not necessarily. We could have woken up a bunch
Zero
of times
Cooking Show,
during all
Part
that.
4.
But
Yes.
if Zero erased our memories,
Of course, we wouldn't remember.
No.
What's this?
slash the pig's stomach.
Whoa! For real? Would that mean that we...
Probably.
Why? Why do we have to do something like that?
I have no idea, but it's not like we really have a choice, do we?
There's no way to leave. We're just gonna have to do what he said.
Formaldehyde-soaked bacon. Yum yum. Okay. Let's see. A fume hood, basically, is what this is. A green liquid. I have no hope of pronouncing that liquid. Algiru? I have no idea how to say that. And a pink liquid. Not gonna let me see anything else in the binge, huh? Oh, down there. Nope. Okay. A monitor that is apparently not on. An analyzer. Also, just in case you forgot, we did get an electronic key in the last path, but we never used it. Okay, it's an analyzer. You punched a jar, didn't you? You did. Please, take a swing at Q's helmet. Please. It'd be interesting, at least. So you have an outlet there, things with no power. What else we got floating around here? Locked in place, huh? You're no fun. You won't poke anything. So some screws we need to remove, although they look more like bolts. And we get a red ball. Looks like it could be part of a joystick. Careful examination of green and pink reveals two cell structures have colors. These are clear for inspecting the liquid with a microscope. The cell structure is unique for each color. Fair enough. Well, we need something to slash with. We will need something to slash with. Oh, yeah, this locker's been beat to hell. And Eric is just as pathetic as he's always been. Trying to prove his manhood by punching glass and... Oh, let's see, what could the combination be? Nope, that wasn't it. And the cat's unhappy somewhere. Still haven't found anything to slash open a pig yet. And hello, Maverynthia. Plant, seahorse, butterfly, and apparently a very small penguin. Seriously, that penguin would have to be kind of tiny, considering that that's a butterfly and a seahorse. But we don't have anything to slash with. Dyeing and strengthening adhesive materials. Yeah, I use one of those at work, actually. Okay. Stop it. So now that we've got something that can actually be used to undo some bolts, we have a centrifuge cover with some lines on it. which would mean that this is a centrifuge. But we don't know how to use it right now. Anyway. Let's take a look over here. Actually, I should be able to... There we go. That's what I was looking for. You got balloon phobia. Okay. Good for you, Eric. You know a big word. Fanatic Bio R. Incubation period is extremely short. Mortality rate's 100%. Symptoms include blood erupting from the body and then death. That's wonderful. And a microscope lens. And a power cord with 2 prongs on it, just in case that comes up later. So now, we'll attach this. There we go. And the green cells kind of look like amoeba. Just kind of, you know, shapeless little blobs. Yeah. It's too fuzzy to see, huh? Yep, once again, yeah, just a little bit too fuzzy to see. Oh well, we'll come back to that. Now we have a power cord. Something thin and long to stick in there. And now the knife is broken. Let's see. We need some... This on? Yeah, that's on. Okay. Where is... We need a manual. Not looking at the tools, I'm looking at the books, Eric. Dang it, where was that manual? Let's try analyzing these. Nope, no hints. Okay. Where was that manual? It's down on the floor. Because we need a manual before we can learn how to operate the centrifuge. It will not let us. I don't know if I was here. I don't recall you saying it. Then again, I might have just been paying attention to the game. I just sworn the manual was on this shelf. There it is. Set dial to A to mix liquid. Set dial to B to separate liquid. That's what I was looking for. Yep, he already has the power cord. So we can mix and we can separate liquids. So let's do that, shall we? Start out. We got blue. And then we got yellow. Oops. And pink liquid gets us red. And white. Yay! We got somewhere. Now it should not be too blurry to see, I hope. Okay. White cells are single-celled amorphous blobs. Red cells are clustering up in groups of 3, it looks like. Blue cells clustering up in groups of 2. And yellow clusters up in groups of 5. Well, let's see. White was 1. Yellow 5. Red 3. Blue 2. And now that we have that, we have the answer for this puzzle. Transparent specimens. Oh, yeah, that's right. Another one of these, and I don't remember it that well, sadly. Thankfully, I don't think this one was that. I think we get to start there. That's... Yeah, I knew that'd be too easy. There we go. Al, I can agree with you that cherry is the best flavor. But yeah, we might want a little bit better than just, you know, Ludens. And we have a bunch of capsules. Although, the funny thing is, you know, those are some very, very odd patterns. Very odd patterns. Don't mind me just writing something down. So now, because this makes complete and total sense, orange, blue, and white. Fair enough. So we need orange, blue, and white. And man, that's some pretty bad screen tearing that's going on here. Well, we already have the blue and white. So we need to make orange. White. So I need to put white in first, it looks like. Blue. And we get a baby. That's a whole lot different than the way I thought babies were made. But anyway. Yeah, they did not come up with a ton of inventive puzzles. Not like some of the other games. So... okay, now that we've got those over there, let's see. I guess that's a shark, a pink shark, a blue human, a red sun? Not really sure. And then a white dragonfly. Man, that screen tearing is really distracting. So, let's see. The bird was yellow, and yellow had a pattern of 1 on the capsules. The fish was pink, and that was 2. The human was blue, and 3. And white was insect. I guess that was a plant. Okay, that should be right. Please ignore Eric. Ignore him a lot. And we stuck our fingers in the device and got stabbed. Now we can move that. And no, those are locked together. And now we got a pig. A formaldehyde pig. They don't have anything to cut with. However, sadly the shards are not going to do anything, but this should be unlocked now. We now have a scalpel. Nope, won't let us do it quite that way. Aww. There we go. And Eric is just going to be somewhere over there while we do this. Yeah, she's good at dissection.
Zero.
17 years ago, a woman died. Her chest carved open with a sharp object, just like that pig there. One difference, that woman was alive. Her heart was still beating as the organs crudely carved out of her. A male suspect was quickly caught. He must have planned to escape via taxi, as he called one before his capture. The police arrested him before he was able to utilize the waiting vehicle to flee the scene. Instead, a genius surgeon climbed inside. He was heading to the hospital, a seriously ill patient awaiting his arrival for life-saving treatment. However, the taxi got into an accident before reaching its destination.
Story seems a tiny bit familiar, doesn't it?
Sadly, as a result of this accident, the driver and surgeon died, as well as the young boy waiting for surgery. Life is truly unfair, don't you think?
What is the point of him telling us this story?
It's just some kind of act, right? Probably doesn't mean anything.
I'm not sure.
Now then, let's begin our game, shall we? The rules are as follows. The pig's stomach you cut open contained 3 syringes. Each of them is filled with a specific virus called Radical 6.
Radical 6?
This virus is special. It awakens a desire to kill oneself, among other things. Once infected, symptoms appear as early as 10 minutes, or take up to 2 hours. And the host soon finds the urge to commit suicide irresistible. The mortality rate is 75%. Transmitted through liquids, it's highly contagious. Oh yes, I believe you located a set of documents during your search of this room. A set of files on FBR, the Fanatic Bio-R virus. The mortality rate of this virus is 100%. Infection results in blood erupting from your body, then death. An antagonistic relationship exists between Radical 6 and FBR. If you were to be infected by Radical 6, it would be cancelled out with the addition of FBR, and you are unaffected. Conversely, injecting Radical 6 into you after becoming infected with FBR will cause them to destroy each other and leave no adverse effects on you.
So, a single virus is toxic, but using the other as a vaccination provides an antidote.
Simpsons did it.
Now, here's an important piece of information for you. I am what you'd call a clairvoyant, one who knows the future.
What is he talking about?
If I had foreseen that you would all choose to inject Radical 6 at this moment, I would have made sure to coat FBR on the fingerprint authentication device for you. Meaning, you'd already be infected with the Fanatic Bio-R virus.
That device over there?
Oh, I do remember feeling something when I touched it. Like a prick.
So we were all stabbed by a poison needle?
On the other hand, if I saw that you were not going to inject yourselves with Radical 6, then I would be sure to leave the needle clean. That way, you would not become infected with Fanatic Bio-R.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I'll say it once more. If all of you plan to inject yourselves with Radical 6, you already have FBR. If you are not going to inject yourselves, then you are not infected right now. Which means, in either case, you being saved is a foregone conclusion. There's no reason for you to worry about the situation. What will you do now? Inject yourselves with Radical 6, or refrain? It would be best to consider carefully.
This seems like a
You'll
good
say
plan.
that your decision is already known to me.
So wait, do we even need to choose?
Huh?
If what Zero told us is the truth, then the outcome will be the same. If we inject ourselves with this Radical 6, we're already infected with FBR. So they destroy each other and we're fine. And if we don't do it, that just means we weren't infected with FBR in the first place.
But what if it's a lie?
Huh?
He's saying, what if he's lying about being psychic? Well, if you think about it, the likelihood that he's lying is incredibly high.
So then, what do we do? What the hell do we do?
Don't worry, someone will make the choice for you. Like me. I'll make the choice for you. Let's play it safe. Let's make sure we don't, die immediately to Fanatic Bio-R.
Let's do it.
Why?
Care to share your reason?
after everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't. Our fate can go 4 different ways if that's the situation. If we are infected with FBR and we inject ourselves with Radical 6, or not. If we aren't infected with FBR and we inject ourselves with Radical 6, or not. The important thing we need to remember, though, is the mortality rates. Zero said the casualty rate is 75% for the Radical 6 virus. And we saw in the files that death is 100% confirmed for Fnatic Bio R. So we can use that to determine. It's clear which option is best, right?
I see. The probability that we're infected with FBR is 2 to 1, which means if we inject Radical 6, our survival rate is half of 125, 62.5%.
And if we don't inject it, then our chance is sitting at 50%.
Any objections? Then we know what to do.
No, it's kind of it's more
Okay.
similar to
Here we
the
go.
to the game where we
Ready?
had to choose whether or not to
And-
shoot Sigma. It's more similar to that.
So are we good?
Indie puppy.
Did we do the
still
right
around.
thing?
The lab door opened
Yeah,
afterwards,
puppy.
so we must have.
Do you feel any different?
You mechanical puppy.
No, not really.
So, I guess.
Hey, Eric. I've thought this before, but, well, your laugh is kind of strange.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this is,
Dog.
well, sort of a bad habit I've had since I was a kid.
What do you mean?
Issues at home, I guess.
Was your family difficult?
That's just it. We were completely normal.
Says
Kind
you.
mom, a clumsy dad, and an annoying little brother.
Eh-heh. Seems slightly different from the story you were telling
What's
earlier.
wrong?
I'm not sure. They've just been crying.
Hey, you two. Mind telling Mommy why you're crying?
Chris broke my toy!
No! It was your fault, Eric!
Chris, Eric, listen to me, okay? When painful or sad things happen, people get angry or cry because of them. But even at those times, I want you to never forget to smile.
Smile?
Yes, smile. No matter how painful things get, as long as you can face it with a smile, happiness will come to you. Smiles have a strange power.
Really?
Yes, really. And that's not all.
Really? You couldn't
Smile
have gotten
makes
another voice
everyone
actor.
all around you happy too.
Yeah.
You'll be happy too?
Of course. So why don't you two stop fighting and show Mommy your smiles?
Okay.
Yeah!
You sure are something else. Hey, what about me? Can Daddy get some smiles too?
I'm pretty sure that's just Matt.
Looks like
Cre-
Daddy's lonely, you two.
Well, I can't remember his
Let's
name now.
all give him a whole lot of smiles.
Okay.
Get over here for a hug. No, you've gotten big.
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
Matt Mercer, that's what I'm
Come at me. I'm ready.
Yay!
They didn't even get a separate voice actor for his father. They just used Sigma again.
Mom always told us to never forget to smile. She'd never hurt a bug. Not even if a line of ants crossed her path. She was that kind and gentle.
What about a snail?
She was incredible. And when we lost her, that's when Dad changed.
Shut the hell up! Who said you could fucking cry?
Chris!
Oh, Jesus, Eric! Can't you even look after your shitty little brother?
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Please forgive me.
God. Fucking kids. Hey, go find someone to get me beer.
Don't cry. Don't get mad. You better always smile, was what Dad liked to say. But unlike Mom, he was never not angry with us. Eventually, I figured out how to smile, regardless of what was going on. Just smiling day in and day out. No fun. Not happy. I'd be made fun of, or yelled at. And no matter the pain, no matter how bad it was, I never raised my voice.
Definitely
just
room for a
kept
life
smiling.
of retail.
I didn't stop, even after Dad fell ill and died. So I guess the two smiles, one taught by my mom, and one forced by my dad, got kinda mixed up, and the result is what I pasted on my face.
Eric, she's...
I've never talked to anyone about all of this before, but... Mira, will you still love me? Even with me being like this?
How dumb can you get?
Yeah, you're right.
She doesn't love you now.
I didn't even have to ask, did I?
Eric, thanks for sharing that.
It wasn't like I did it for you or anything.
Baka.
It just sort of came out, that's all.
Yeah, still, thanks.
To tell the truth, I just didn't want to end up like my father.
Dead?
So I forced my mouth to keep smiling through everything. But it's no use. The worst part of me still came to the front after we got trapped here. I pushed all of that on you, too.
Don't worry about it. I'm alright.
Okay.
So, you never mentioned you had a younger brother.
Yeah. About your age, more or less.
What? We're the same age? Oh, maybe we could be friends. Would it be okay if I met him after we get out?
Well... anyway, sorry I turned the mood dark.
You turn the mood. Oh, your jokes always crack me up, Eric.
Huh?
I mean, to think that was dark. You really have a sense for these things.
This is weird.
Don't worry, listening to it was a lot of fun.
Wait a minute. What makes you think that was all a joke?
Uh-huh.
It was such a sad story. He just told us he's been holding in this painful past the whole time. How is that a joke?
Oh,
It's
I
Eric.
didn't think to make a mistake like that.
A mistake?
I'm so sorry. I've always been clumsy. It's at times like these that I don't even know how to look, you know?
Clumsy?
Hey, Eric. Can you tell me?
Mira?
What? No. Mira? Why did you...
This is a turn of events.
What's wrong with you, Mira? Stop! Stop this!
It's only through those ribs if you got a good enough saw.
No!
Boy, Radical 6 had an effect on her. So that didn't seem to go too well, did it? Let's, which one was it? Was this one? Pretty sure it was this one, yeah. That was definitely a turn.
An unfortunate suggestion.
And a whole bunch of blah 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 about Radical 6 and Fanatic BioWare and later, let's not inject and see if, you know, see if Mira doesn't decide we need to, you know, stab people.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, right?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said, if Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't have powers. The important thing to determine is if we're actually infected with FBR.
So you don't think we are then?
No. In fact, a virus called Fanatic BioWare existing in the first place is very suspicious.
Radical 6 sounds just as fantastical.
No. There's no doubt that Radical 6 is real. I've heard of it before. Well, it could be that Zero wants us to become infected with Radical 6.
It could
But
be.
instead of doing it himself, for some reason he's unable to.
So he needs us to do it ourselves then.
Hey, what the?
The door!
It opened.
Let's get out of here! If we're too slow, then the door might up and close on us.
Wait, Eric!
Hey, Mira! What are you doing? We must have been right not to inject it. I still feel okay, and more importantly, the door opened for us.
There's still another possibility,
Funny,
though.
you know? Funny
That Zero
to
really
say
does
that.
have the ability to see the future.
If it's true, then we would have been right if we had injected the needles too.
Hey, did you tell the truth earlier?
About what?
About Radical 6 being real?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know about it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Did you get any more suspicious?
I know what I know.
So, 6
okay?
on the
I
skateboard
can't help
again, huh?
that.
So why not share? Tell us more about this Radical 6 virus.
More. I'm not even sure where to start.
How about its name?
Oh, that's easy. Aside from triggering intense suicidal impulses, Radical 6 causes the infected's thought process to reduce by 1 root 6. Therefore, when 1 second passes for them, the world has gone through root 6 seconds, or roughly 2.45 seconds. There is also the word radical. Aside from meaning things like extreme, it can also refer to a radical root. Get it?
Oh, so that's why it's Radical 6.
But is it really possible for thought speed to be slowed down like that?
Yep. The infected, through changes in DNA methylation and histone modification, gain epigenetic mutations in the control mechanisms of their genetic expressions.
Wait! Could you maybe simplify that, please?
Oh, the body's composition changes as a genetic switch is flipped, more or less.
A genetic...
Switch?
Let's try
Not a
this.
Nintendo Switch.
Common scientific thought, until now, was that parental characteristics didn't transfer. Recent research has changed that.
Yeah,
We
about
now
half
know
did not
that
come
they can
back.
be, by flipping
Sadly.
certain genetic switches. Well, regardless of what kind of experiences the parents had to go through, their DNA blueprints won't change. But within that expansive DNA coding, the question of what should be read seems to change based on experience. The change becomes especially apparent when the parents' lives are in danger.
Like maybe if someone was trapped in a shelter and forced to risk their life.
So,
We are not playing
if Eric
Fallout.
and I did the horizontal tango right now, the baby might end up psychic.
What?
Anyway, so if Radical 6 really does flip the genetic switch... Hey, are you listening?
Yeah. So, you're basically saying this Radical 6 virus is super dangerous, right?
Yes, there's no doubt it is. So, Zero said earlier that Radical 6 transmits through bodily fluids and is highly infectious. If someone infected with the virus was to go outside, then mankind, 6 billion people, will die.
6 billion?
Now, why does he know that?
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. These 3 are now deceased. As a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. Fire, crash, 5. That is all.
What the hell? C-Team is dead?
it's obviously because of the vote
The vote?
at 13:30.
Then... But wait, did everyone from C-Team really die? We haven't seen their corpses or anything. They might still be alive.
No, they're dead. I'm sure of it.
Why?
Because
Because of something we haven't seen yet.
He's right.
That
I
at
don't
any
think they're
time I could
alive.
actually go see.
You too, Mira?
Yeah,
What do
we'll
you
save
think,
you.
old man? C-Team's gotta be alive, right?
What are you doing, Eric? He's not gonna answer you.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe he...
can speak?
Gab's just not going to talk to you, Eric.
Now it is time for you to sleep.
Zero.
When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Yeah, that